the 292 undercover.
Like when I was growing up in Tonga, all we'd listen to was reggae, bro. It was just like Bob Marley, Peter Tosh, Lucky Dube, everything, just folk music, bro. That's pretty much it, just reggae for life. And then early 90s, like 92, I think, or 91, I had a cousin, these twins that came over from New Zealand. We had come to New Zealand before to visit, but they came over to see us in the islands. They brought their ghetto blaster and all that, and then they brought a cassette tape, and it was this dude, MC Hammer. It was a song. The song wasn't even a hip-hop song. It was just like, have you seen her? And I was like, yo, it was bad, and I never heard anything like it. And then years later, we came to New Zealand, saw the same cousins chilling out with them, and then they had a videotape. They were playing the song over and over, and it was Naughty by Nature. It's like, yeah, 91, Naughty by Nature, OPP. And that was pretty much the first time I started hearing some like rap stuff, like hip hop. And then the next year we were back in Tonga, and then they introduced this music video program called TV3 Jams. It was like, it was a Tongan station, but they were playing music videos. They were like imported from the States, and they had like Cypress Hill, Criss Cross, Snoop Dogg, and I was caught straight away. I was like fascinated with this new lingo, this new sound, like the beats, the way they dress, the fashion, the dancing. No, it's just like, I tried to write raps back then too. It was the driest. But yeah, that's the early influences of hip hop. But other than that, I think musically that's it. I didn't play any instruments. I make my own beats, but there's nothing fancy about my beats. Just keep it simple, man. To me, less is more. So I just keep it simple and plain. Do what I gotta do to get my message across, and that's that. I ain't trying to, put any flash extras on top. That's just it. I just do what I need to do, and then I'm out. Oh, and back in the days, we started off just like anybody else, Fruity Loops. Me and my brother, he goes by the name of SFT. Me, him, and my cousin Collie, we were all just jamming. We were all on Hip Hop and Z boards back in the days. And we had a program called Hammerhead, which was like just MIDI drums that was so dry. And we had that, and then we went from that to Acid, Sony Acid Pro. Jammed that, learned how to blend in samples and like sample MP3s and waves, started jamming that, and then went from that to Fruity Loops. And then from there it was just Fruity for ages, just doing that sound. And then just like everybody else, my brother pretty much mastered it and went hard with it, and I just faded away. Just when me and my mate started up a crew called Usual Suspects. Me and Sam, my man Bishop from Usual Suspects, Cyphernetic heard like a little demo that I did, and then he hit us up to come up and do some recording. Jumped on Breakin Wreck, did some recordings over there. My brother jumped on board, and we made the three of us as Usual Suspects. Yeah, we just started working on more production, tried to do some beats. Before Usual Suspects was going well, one of the cousins that I said that came to Tonga, who introduced hip hop to me, they were twins, and they had their own little thing going, their crew called the Immigrantz, and it was these two twin brothers that are my cousins. And one of the twins passed away, so the other twin hit me up to come and join him to carry on the Immigrantz thing. So I left Usual Suspects and let my brother Saya and Bishop run that, and I went to Immigrantz, and that was I think like 2004. So I was on there doing this thing under D1 Entertainment out west, doing some music out there, and so I laid low for a while. That kind of just became stagnant after a few years. Up to a few years ago, after I went to Mains, 2010, 2011, I went to Mains, and then I just decided, if I don't do it, no one else is gonna do it. So I just stepped up, broke out of my shell, out of my comfort zone. I was like, bro, I want to record my own stuff, do my own EP, get my own studio set up, run my own label, do my own website, make my own beats. I ain't trying to rely on anyone to wait around for people to do my work. So I just decided to clue myself up, school myself up, and just do it and do the thing. Like, there's nothing that stops you from doing what you want to do. If you want to do it, set some goals, get there, and just do the work. And that's pretty much where I'm at right now.
Yeah,
apart from the music, been getting into the art of theatre. It's just another way of expressing creativity. I had no acting I didn't have no acting background. Last year, my little cousin who did our music videos, and some of my other cousins from the show, we all got together. We're like, oh, let's jump into this 48-hour film challenge, which is, so you get 48 hours to film. So Friday night, 7 p.m. You get a script, you get a character name, a line, a prop, and some sort of shot that you need to do within the 48 hours. So Friday 7 p.m. right through till Sunday 7 p.m. you gotta film this whole short film. You get genres like crime, horror, romantic comedy, and all this. And last year we got inspiration, so we got together on Friday night, our little team, which is just me and all my cousins and my brother and all that. We got inspiration, so we started writing and trying to brainstorm and mind map ideas of how we're gonna come do our short film. And last year we did a film called Whela Au Lau, which is Tongan for sacrifice. We pretty much, our script is based around the struggles that our parents have coming here and being disadvantaged, because the struggles that we have of like poverty and our people living in low socioeconomic areas, and I feel like a lot of people still don't get it, like still don't understand why Pacific Islanders are like the way we are and struggling to get by these days. I think a lot of people are just ignorant to the fact that we've been handicapped for a while and we're trying to come up. This is the way it is. I feel like some of my music, majority of it, addresses those issues. Also, I'd like to try and break the stereotype, whereas in like you might see an islander, a big island dude who's like massive, and oh, this guy must play rugby or must play league or you must be in MMA. Like, you know, some of us don't even do any of it. Like some of us are at uni, like myself at the moment. I'm doing a bachelor in design and visual arts, majoring in graphic design, and even before that did sound engineering, and before that I was trying to do communication and social sciences. Like this rap thing is music and it's expression, but I wanted to show that to people that it's not just it. Like we're islanders, but we don't just play rugby and like try to be an All Black all the time, or like that's not it. Like physically we're built for it, but the mind is like a thing that we haven't even tapped. You haven't even seen us like show our potential intellectually. Like, you know, like there's music and there's sport, and that's all you've seen so far. You wait till we start getting our education and academic like side up, and people will be surprised. And I want to encourage our kids to do that. So the short film that we did was about sacrifice, and it's about reminding us like two brothers who go through the struggle of like they're cleaners. We all can relate to this, where the younger brother's like he's like I don't want to clean, I don't want to do this, and the older brother's like, bro, you gotta remember like our grandparents, like our forefathers came to New Zealand and studied and worked hard in labor jobs, usually a factory or cleaning or something so like physical, just to get us to where we are, and we might not be anywhere flash right now, but we had people before us who struggled to get us here, and we gotta like appreciate that and like be grateful and show gratitude to those people who paved the ways, our forefathers and our ancestors who came here. And me, I'm like first generation immigrant. Like I just came here, I was born in Tonga, came to New Zealand, had to go through culture shock and study the language. And I was lucky to come and grow up in North Shore, where it was like all the islanders were struggling, and people from all the cousins were like, oh, you must be balling up on the shore. I was like, yeah, balling, but on a budget. I mean, I'm going to school like Janels and the same thing as you, but you guys are broke over there together with the rest of our family. I'm broke over here with these Palangis staring at us coming to school, you know, doing the fob thing, but it's the same thing. We're still struggling, but we're all trying to get up there. We're all trying to elevate and do better for our people. So back to the point, the short film is about that, and the topic is pretty much trying to like encourage and uplift, just like the music. So I think anything we do expressively through theatre and music or anything, art is all about upliftment and encouragement and empowerment to our people. So from there, we did a short film last year. I got pulled up to do a production called Tongan Morrismen, so I did that a few months ago, and that was but I never done no play before, so I did a play 2 months ago, and it was up at the Maidment Theatre, which is like pretty flash, and it was my first time trying to act with these other young up-and-coming talented Tongan kids in the Tongan Creative Collective. They got works coming up, productions, music as well, so I did this play at the theatre, and then from there I got pulled in about a month ago, and currently there's a show playing on the New Zealand website, New Zealand Herald website, called Hookups, and it's a cartoon, and it's based on a comic strip done by Coco, who does a comic strip for an old magazine, Volume magazine, that was on the Herald, but now Volume's finished, and so that cartoon Hookups has become animated and is now on the New Zealand Herald website. And there's 10 episodes that come out in the next 10 weeks, and I do a voice. The cartoon is about these two twins, Monty and Kawhai from Aroha Bridge. Yeah, so there's 10 episodes. We're like 5 episodes deep, so check that out on the New Zealand Herald website. I do the voice of Monty, the brother, that there's two twins. So me and Coco Solid, we're on that. Also on there is Madeline Sami, who's awesome. She's like an actor who does real well, man. She's the man with her job. And Frankie Stevens, OG in the game. Oh, Frankie Stevens up in there too. He plays the dad. So we're all just voiceovers, man. Check it out. That's pretty crack up. We did another 48-hour film challenge with my man Danny Almore in there as well. Got the music and still I'm trying to get used to this new world of acting. It's a whole new buzz, but we're gonna start somewhere.